Ayo, so I heard that apparently Hades got nominated for Game of the Year, and since it is the time for giving, and because I just really like making these tier lists, I'm gonna go ahead and celebrate the joy of Hades being, possibly, should be, I swear to God, if it loses to Animal Crossing of all things, I'm gonna be very upset. But who the fuck cares about who else is there? Oh, I cussed. Oopsie, I don't care. But who cares who wins, who not, who doesn't? What we only really care about is rating the waifus and husbandos. So unlike the Genshin Impact one, I'm actually going to rate all the characters because it's like, there's so few characters anyway that we might as well just get them all throughout. They're all ranked. Plus, Hades lets you date guys and girls. Well, really, one guy, I think, can only date Thanatos, which is really upsetting because there's so many other characters that would be much better. Though, considering that most of the helping class are related to you, maybe it's for the best. Anyway, I'm classy. Hope you're ready to have some laughs or just judge me on my shit taste. So, first one on the list is, I believe this is Achilles. I'm kind of zoomed out pretty well, so I can't see. So, Achilles, he is the mentor character, one of the many characters in the game. He taught Zagreus how to fight. He's also kind of a moody boy because, got killed at the end of the Trojan War. Didn't really get to see it fulfilled to the best. So that's probably, it's probably good because I don't know if Achilles would be the dude who'd want to, see babies thrown off, the roof of those giant walls. But who knows? But he's also a sad boy because he's not with his pal Patroclus, and that's just really upsetting. But, just like most of the other characters here, he has flowing, luscious locks. He's a good fighter. I'm assuming because he taught Zagreus, and even though I suck at playing the game, we're going to at least assume that Zagreus is a competent fighter if he's going to try and make his way out of the underworld. So Achilles had to teach him something. He fights with a lance, so that means his arms are ripped as fuck. And, his voice is really nice. Like, it's a very nice voice. It's calm, it's soothing, it's got that nice deep rumble in it that if you put your head on his chest, it just, vibrates, and it's so nice. So he's definitely not going to go to the two Tartars, which is to the two Tartars or our Shade in the Stands sections, just being a nobody. He's definitely above meh, but is he good boy, cute but not my type, or top tier? I think I'm gonna put him in cute but not my type just because he's kind of moody for me. You know what I mean? He's definitely got more of the big brother feel than actual just ooh, let's go have some fun type of dude. You know what I mean? That's just me though. So next we have, I believe this is Alecto. Yeah, it's a hot pink. So Alecto, one of the Furies, one of the crazier ones of the three. And honestly, she's the one with the rage meter, right? Yeah, she's rage meter girl. Honestly, she's probably the easiest of the Fury fights in my opinion. I'm always happy when I see her instead of, actually, I think Megara is still the hardest of the Fury fights. I think the first one they give you is the hardest. The other two are pretty fucking easy. Because, at least for Alecto, she's more likely to run into spikes. And, I don't want to get with anyone who's just kind of stupid enough to run into self-hurting spikes. Even though I'm stupid enough to do it, I don't want my waifu to do it. You know what I mean? So she's definitely not going to be in these top two categories. She's also comes across as a little ditzy, so not that smart. She does look pretty fashionable, so she knows what she's dressing like. And I am kind of fond of the semi-looking fishnet on the right side. But she's not a good boy or a good girl because she's sadistic as fuck. So I'm gonna put her in meh. If you like Crazy, go ahead and enjoy Crazy. I'm not that big of a fan of Crazy. Next, we got Aphrodite, and wow, does she put everything out there for everyone to see, which we can appreciate. She always takes care of her hair, and I have to say, I'm very fond of her boons. Always debuffing and making people not want to attack you and turning them onto their allies. It's always good for me, because I just I'm just bad at the game. She's also hot. I don't think anyone can deny that she's pretty attractive looking, but is she top tier? Whenever you pick someone's boon over the others in that two-way room where they give you two options and you have to fight the other one before you can get that boon, Aphrodite's is actually really fucking annoying. So, I don't know, that's kind of a negative in her book. Like, the easy, like, I would want someone who's not going to be that mean to me. I also don't really pick her options that often because it's like, her weakening ability is really good on the weapon, but not really on the shot. At least to me. I'm gonna put her in good boy, good girl category. Even though you started the Trojan War, you're very helpful to me, Aphrodite. So that, I appreciate you. Alright, now we have Ares. And oh boy, is Ares' design so fucking good. Like, just having that dark skin with the white stripe across his eyes. Brings your attention to them. I haven't really had that much of a reason to stare at his eyes because if you just look at his arms, it's so cool. I also don't tend to get Ares' help that often in my runs, which is really unfortunate because I love his cast. He's also got that sick ass cloak and shoulder pads, and it's just like, I'm just gonna say it, all the character designs in this game are fabulous, so like everyone's gonna be on the same level for look wise unless they're chaos, and then we'll get to chaos when he's here. Let's see. So Ares, when you don't pick his boon, he gets kind of mad, and his is also annoying. But he's honorable. He loves a good fight, and I think he's a top tier. Like, his specials are always very helpful. I don't know if it's just been my luck, but I've never really had to have him on a 2v1 situation. And really, I would pick his Blade Rift over a lot of other people's abilities. So for me, he's pretty top tier. Next, we got Artemis. And she's meh, in my opinion. Like, she looks good. I like her braids. I like the greens. Very good. But her auto... she doesn't really help me that much, guys, and she's kind of bland. Like, when I think of characters just like stand out, like Artemis just doesn't stand out to me for her colors are great, but it's just like her auto aiming is nice. That's pretty cool, but like that's not gonna get you a waifu stat. She also lives in the wild. I'm assuming she's gonna take care of that, but you live in the wild. I'm not an outdoorsy person. I like to be in comfort and just chilling. I'm a city girl. She's a woodsy girl, and that's not something I would have interest in. Alright. Asterius? I think that's his name. Asterius. Alright, so he automatically is going in good boy category, because unlike Theseus, this guy is honorable. He's also really easy to beat, but he's a strong boy. He's very nice. He is he's an animal, so I honestly can't put him any higher than that. But he's an honorable dude. He'll fight you one-on-one as a mini-boss in the Elysium area, so that already gets him points, because that 2v1 fight is just totally unnecessary. And he's just got his bros back in the fight, even though... it shouldn't be a 2v1, and I hate it. He's a good boy. I think his horns look cool. I wasn't expecting him to have actual clothes when I found out that the Minotaur was in the game, but I'm glad they gave it to him. And again, his voice is great. Alright, Athena. She's cute. I don't know why. I mean, she's got the dark skin thing with the gold clothing and accents, with the bluish purple hair. I just love it so much. She's also the very first goddess to contact you in the game. I know that's how the game starts off, and she can't really control that. The game developers do. But, that already gets her points in my book. She has her cute little owl, so animals love her and all that. And, maybe she's top tier. I'll put her in top tier. I think her, helping you out first thing first and getting everyone else to help you, I'm sure she's got some other plans going on, but, helping me first to get out of the underworld, that's some good points. Cerberus, going to top tier. Number one, best boy. He's better than the good boy category. I don't care what anyone else says. He's like, the fact that the game lets you get past him without fighting is amazing. Top tier. He's not a husbando. He's not a waifu. He's just Cerberus, and we appreciate him for it. Chaos. You know, I'm gonna just put him into Tartarus because he looks cool, but I'm gonna just let that design speak for itself. If you're gonna look at him, you can look him up. I think he's a little. He's just a lot. I don't know. Charon doesn't talk, but he'll sell you a whole bunch of shit as long as you have the coin. That's always nice. I haven't leveled up his thing high enough to know if he does eventually talk, besides just like gurring at you. But his shops are always nice, and along with his little puffs, his little fountains that show up, that's always cool. He doesn't have a lot to look at. His face is kind of creepy, so I'm gonna put him in Shades and Sands. He's just like one step up from like the blobs of characters who are just like watching you as you go through your journey and as you're terrorized. Who is this? Who is this? This Chaos? I don't know this character. No, this is Demeter. Okay. So, Mommy Demeter, right now she's in her whole I don't know where my daughter is phase, so I'm gonna freeze the entire fucking world just because I can. So that's a little terrifying, but we love a woman with strong power. You don't get to see her boons until you get to the surface for the very first time, which is kind of stingy in my opinion. I don't like... Damn, lady, you wouldn't help us at all. But she's also Zagreus' grandma. Now, luckily, I'm taking this from the perspective that we are not Zagreus. We just have to go through some of the stuff, so it's not going to be any incesty. I probably should have said that before putting any of the gods up here, because they are all relatives of Zagreus, but now I've said it. But, you know, she also has a fabulous outfit. Like, look at this with the like collar popping, with the frozen wheat and her ice cloak and the gloves. Like, oh my gosh, she is amazing. So she's going in cute, but not my type right here. Because as much as people love MILFs, like, this is a little bit too much close to like an actual mom feeling to me. You know what I mean? Like, she's not like, ooh, she's got the figure, she's got the kindness. No, like, she just feels like a mom. Like, she's gonna bake, like, when she's over her whole like, you messed with my child, so now I'm gonna destroy the entire world phase. She looks like she'll just bake you some cookies. So we're just gonna move over and past that. Alright, next we got Dionysus, and I'm just gonna put Dionysus up here in top tier because this like again, this dude is hot as fuck. He's got the purple, which is like which is my favorite color. I think his boons in the game are the best. And he just looks like he'd be a fun guy to hang out with. Like, you think a guy who's, like, the god of wine would be in the bars and chill. He just looks like he'd want to, like, get wine drunk on my couch and, like, wax philosophies and talk all types of shit about anything. He'd be down for any type of good time, just smoking it up and just enjoying yourselves. Also, he wears very little clothes. Like, Aphrodite, not wearing clothes. I liked it a little bit to my imagination, and he leaves just enough to the imagination for it to be very fun. He'll also get your enemies drunk, and he'll just spread the good time around, and he looks like he sounds like he's extra just to be extra, and I can enjoy that, because that's exactly how I am. Dusa. See, here's my problem with Dusa. Alright, she's adorable, she's cute, she's also really meek, really shy, and I'm not that big of a fan of, like, really shy characters. And she's also just a head. Which is kind of unfortunate. I'm not a fan of just disembodied heads that just get to move around and talk, so I'm gonna put her in good boy category because she's a good girl. She works very hard. She cleans the entire Hades mansion without any help from herself, and we did make her do a lot more work with Cerberus, but like she ain't getting any higher. She needs a full ass body before I put her any higher. Alright, you're a dice, you're a D's. I'll have you know, the very first time I got to Asphodel after dying like 12 times, I was very surprised to find a room where someone was singing, and I just sat there for maybe like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, just listening, like, wait, what? There's actual, like, singing? Who is this? And then we meet this little nymph lady who's gonna give us food and is like the wife of Orpheus. We're not gonna go into all of that, but I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Now, she really has the mom or older sister vibes. That is, she's just gonna let you come in, let you relax a bit, you're gonna eat and feel a little bit better and buff yourself. And I appreciate that. Her design is very earthy. I mean, it also helps that, you know, she kind of has part of a tree for her head and has vines growing all over her. This game has really good character design. Since she is like part forest nymph or is a forest nymph, I forget the myth. And she's got the brown skin and gold colors and the green for her hair. It's really nice. It's very good. She seems like a very capable individual. Like she's got her shit together, especially compared to Orpheus. And you know, I'm actually gonna put her in the top tier category. As much as I like Athena, I'm gonna put her at the bottom of top tier. And Dionysus is going above Ares. I like Dionysus better than Ares. No, I'll put her above Ares as well. Like, she is top tier. She looks like she can throw a punch and take care of herself, but also just like nice enough to be like, yo, let's get you something to eat before you go. I remember there was one moment in the game when you're talking about Orpheus and she was just done with your shit, but she still fed you even though you annoyed her. Like, that's top tier. Like, she'll take care of you, but she won't let you walk all over her. Quality. Alright, now we got Daddy Hades, and he is actually a daddy in the game. He's got the voice like daddy, and he'll like smack you down. But unfortunately for him, as good as his voice is, he can kill he can kill Zagreus, and I'm never a fan of characters killing their children. Even if we all know that Zagreus is going to be revived in the Styx and he's not actually dead. It doesn't really matter for me. He won't tell his son about his mother at all for whatever reason. And I can understand the whole not wanting to let your son go to the surface because you're pretty sure he won't be able to survive up there for whatever reason because Zagreus died or some bullshit. I don't know. Anyway, automatically can't even be in the top 3 categories because he's just an angry man, and losing your wife, losing your son, and then having him do all that, it doesn't excuse it enough for me. Doesn't matter if he is like a good looking dad. Like, I'm also not a fan of beards either, so honestly I won't put him to Tartarus because I don't think he's that bad. I think he's pretty bad, but I don't think he's that bad. So I'll just put him our shades in the stand. Read some parenting books, guy. Like, do a little bit better with yourself. So now we got Hermes. Hermes is meh. I don't feel really any type of way about him, honestly. He's fast, and I don't really ever like who picks Hermes' buffs over anyone else's. Like, I really want to know who you would pick over who you would pick under Hermes. Like if you saw Hermes versus whatever and you picked Hermes, who are the people you're willing to give up for that? Because I can't think of anyone I would give up, any buff in the game I would give up for that. Yeah, he's just kind of meh. His voice isn't that great in my opinion. Like, it's good voice acting, but it's not like a good voice, if that makes any sense to me. And I'm also going to do the same thing with Hypno. I will put Hypno, like, he's at the, like, when I say I put people at like the top of a list, it means that I think that they are like the prime example of this in the list. Not that they're like, oh, she's at the top of mess, so that means that she's almost a good boy. No. I mean, like Electo is the most meh character to me in that sense. So in that sense, I'm gonna put Hermes there because he's like meh, and I think Electo is at least more interesting than him. And I'm gonna do the same thing with Hypno above Electo because I just think of characters. I'm like, actually no, because at least Electo, all I remember is like she's really easy to beat, not really anything else about her. Hypno, I at least remember that he feels very insecure about himself with his brother, and he's a sleepy guy, and he's kind of funny. He always talks a little bit of shit when you come back and you got killed by some random enemy. I can appreciate that, but nothing else about him like screams anything to me the same way that like these three scream like, oh yeah, you're a good person, you're alright. Now we got Megara, and Megara is immediately going to go up in top tier, but I have not decided where she's going. She's like the second hardest boss in my opinion. I don't care what anyone says. Like the Bone Hydra is so fucking easy to me, especially if you get the Dionysus or Ares cast. Like if you get one of those casts, then it's just a fucking easy fight. Granted, you're not always going to get that cast, but you don't need, like, you get the Ares cast, Dionysus cast, Zeus cast. There's a lot of things that make the Bone Hydra fight easy, and I've yet to find anything that makes Megara, in my opinion, like in my experience, in my playstyle, I haven't found anything that makes her easier than the Bone Hydra, so I think she's still the second hardest boss in the game. She's just got a really I'm done with this shit attitude, and I really love when you give her nectar, at least in the early stages of developing friendship. It's like, oh, you're just handing over contraband, right? And it's just like, yeah, that's totally what I'm doing. I'm not trying to bribe you or anything, or like make you feel better. Like you're just trying to make her feel better because you're making her do all this work. I just feel, Hades, why you gotta make her do this? Let her do her other job. She doesn't need to babysit Zagreus. The whip is a powerful statement, and I just think that she appeals to all the people in the world that just wants a woman to step on her. Now, that's not me, but I can definitely appreciate the very strong vibes that she gives off. And I really do love her color scheme. Her voice is also very like, I don't know. I like raspy women's voices sometimes. Some characters I'm just like, whoa, I was not expecting this at all. But Megara, I think it really works. I'm definitely putting her above Athena. But do I like her more than Ares? Probably. Yeah, I definitely do like her more than Ares. I don't know if that's just because of the more interactions I had with Megara, because I had to I had to fight her like 10 to 12 times before I actually ever got out of that area of the world. I think it is Tartarus. So yeah, that tells you how bad I am at the game. It took me like 12 times just to get past her. Is she better than Eurydice? I'm gonna keep Eurydice higher than her just because I do like more pleasant characters. Happier characters than Megara, but Megara is still a top tier character. Mama Nyx! Oh, she's the entire reason that the game even started, because she's the one who helped you get out in the first place. She's definitely the nice parent in the Hades and Nyx combo. And I just think her voice is very calming. I love that you can see like the universe or the night sky in her floating hair. It's very like her design. I think this is like top 3 favorite designs in the entire game, in my opinion. She's also, she's got the MILF appeal because to Zagreus, like that was his mom for so long. But she's not, so it's not incest, so it's fine, right? So I am also, like, there's a lot of top tiers in this list, at least to me, just because of how good this game is. Like, Hades, if you haven't played it, if you're willing to try a roguelike, stop cutting grass outside my window, Jesus Christ. Then just play it, because it's definitely worth it. Now, again, she's definitely going above Athena. She's definitely going above Ares. Now, where will I put her? I don't know. I'm just gonna put her right. I'm gonna put her right underneath Cerberus. I think she's great. No, actually, I'm gonna put her above Cerberus. I think that she is like the best character in the game. I love her. I love how she just has this warm feeling to her. I wouldn't waifu her just because I'm not a fan of MILFs, but I think all the struggle of her having to deal with Hades deserves the number one spot, at least so far. Like, I don't know if there anyone else who's gonna take it. Looking at these other characters, I doubt it. Orpheus, boring. I still haven't even given Orpheus any nectar besides just being able to unlock getting music in the game. So like I've only given one, not music, to unlock their accessory. I think the design's very memorable in just how like kind of ugly it is, and it's very surprised. I was not expecting an ugly character design by the time I found Orpheus, but I guess I should have been expecting something. Patroclus! I love this man just because he usually always has give back Death Defiance in Elysium, and I always need it by the time I get to the boss fight. So I very much appreciate him. He's also very moody as fuck, dude. I understand why he's moody as fuck at that point. He just misses Achilles. And for that, I am going to put him next to Achilles so he can just be next to his dude. But he's way too moody for me. I just can't. Then we have Poseidon. Poseidon's like the cool uncle who you just want to like go to, like unironically I saying you just want to go to the beach with. So he can like teach you how to surf or something. Like he's definitely is the uncle who will teach you how to skateboard, surf, and do all those other stuff when you're younger than your parents want you to learn how to do it. So that's cool. But he's also like, I don't know. He doesn't really seem that much to have that much of a personality. Just like boastful. Just being a like boastful guy wants to show you. Well, he wants to show you all this kind of cool stuff, which is appreciated. But like, I'm not. I'm not that into it. So like, he'll go here. He'll go like Artemis is definitely the least meh in my opinion. Then we have Skelly. Skelly's cool. He's a good boy. He lets you beat up to train. I adore him. He's so nice. He also gives you his broken tooth, which is basically just another Death Defiance. And I can't even tell you how many times I used that on my way to my very first clear of Hades. We appreciate you, Skelly. We really do. Thanatos, I'm going to piss a lot of people in, but I think Thanatos is meh. He's way too moody. He bitches about everything. I'm not a fan of Tsundere's at all. I'm not going to put him... I'll put him in between Poseidon and Artemis because I like Artemis' design way more. Just because it's more colorful and I think it's more memorable than Thanatos. I saw so much fan art of this man. I thought he was gonna be so much better than he actually was. I just think he's a little bitch. Like his room that you get him, like he'll just clear everything for you, and that's so nice. That's so helpful. But he's still a little bitch about it, and I don't appreciate that at all. Theseus can go straight to hell. I hate him. I hate his fight. He boasts so much. He's definitely... Oh, what's the name of the astronaut in Futurama? Who hangs out with that green alien? Because that's totally him. Like, I don't know. That has to be their inspiration for this dude because I hate him. I hate the boast so much. And it looks like he's basically wearing the same outfit. I don't know why there's two of him in this tier list, but I'm just going to doubly put him there. They can both go straight to hell at the top. I don't want anything to do with them completely. Now we have Tisiphone. Yeah, Tisiphone because she's in green. Girl who just keeps saying murder or murderer. I mean, she's just trying to do her job. That I can appreciate. She's also a really easy boss fight, so I always appreciate seeing her as well. You can't give her any nectar or anything to learn more about her, though I assume all she'll just be saying is just murder. But, you know, we can't just assume these things. I love the green and purple combo she's going with her outfit and her wings. But, yeah, that's kind of all we got for Tisiphone. So, she's very non-memorable. I'm gonna move Orpheus over here because that's how unnecessary he is. And I'm also gonna put Tisiphone. I'll put Tisiphone in between these two. I feel like she gets negative points for like enjoying murder and wanting to kill us multiple times just because she thinks we're a murderer and won't listen to us at all. Like this one, Megara knows we really haven't done that much wrong except trying to like escape. But like Alecto and Tisiphone just don't give a fuck at all. Now we have Zagreus, MC. God damn. I really wish I put a best boy category here because Zagreus goes through so much shit. And he just takes it all with some dry humor, determination, and just a really killer character design. Like, god damn. And I really appreciate how his shoulder pad is like bones and a head. And it's just like, yeah, man. Like, the amount of determination it takes to continue going through the underworld to escape with the amount of times that my dumbass has died, you just gotta give it up for this dude, you know? And I know you have to clear the game. I've heard you have to clear the game at least, 10 times to get the entire story. So, he's probably gonna die at least 100 more times while I try to get there. But yeah, he's great. His voice is silky smooth. I do enjoy that they didn't just give him a normal flesh color. They grayed it out since he is in the underworld, hasn't really seen sunlight. And just that moment when he got to the surface and met Persephone for the first time. Actually, where's Persephone? Where is Persephone? She isn't here. That's wild. Alright. Well, if Persephone was here, I'd put her in the good boy category at most because dude, I'm sorry, just running away when your son died. You didn't even check to see if anything could be done when you're in the fucking underworld. Like, wow, okay, cool. Also, when you found out he was alive, you didn't just storm back down to the underworld and demand. And that's the first thing I would have done. Anyway, different type of person. Zagreus, he's definitely my type, and I'm very fond of him, definitely one of the better characters in the game. Do I like him more than I like Cerberus? Yes, I do. Do I like him more than I like Nyx? You know, as much as I do love Zagreus, I feel like Zagreus probably would get on my nerves in real life. He loves reading, but he doesn't like to sit down. He doesn't like to chill. He's got to be up and doing something. And that would get on my motherfucking nerves so much. So he can't take the top spot. He won't take the top spot. But he definitely is, to me, at least second best in the game. Best husbando, apparently. But not best character. Apparently, that looks like it's going to Nyx. Because Zeus is definitely sticking around. Poseidon level of uninteresting. Now if I was doing this based off of boons alone, I would have Zeus up here because his boons are fucking amazing, especially when combined with Dionysus. And I noticed that anytime I actually do get a clear, or at least got close to a clear, I always had those two on as a duo boon, so that's great. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about it as a person. And, you know, I'm a classics major, so I know all sorts of the fuck shit that Zeus has gotten up to, as most of us do. I'm pretty sure most of us are at least aware of how much of a horn dog that Zeus was. 24/7, not even on the up low and the down low. Up low, on the up high and the down low. It was not even hidden in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not a fan of infidelity at all. Actually, you know what? Definitely, just because, dude, you're a fucking cheater. Go to Why did I even put him in meh? Like, that's just like, I'm not a fan of cheaters. If you cheat him as unabashedly as Zeus does, like, you can just stop. You can go away. Anyway, this video has been going for like, holy shit, 30 fucking minutes? How? How? I started talking. Anyway, we're just gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope Hades wins Game of the Year. I really do. I want it to win. But, you know, don't no one care about my opinion about the Game Awards and shit. So I'm just here ranking the characters. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Stay classy, everyone. Bye.